On April 8, 2020, New Scientist magazine published an article stating that a team of researchers in Antarctica using a giant balloon carrying a collection of antennas and floating high above the ice to scan millions of kilometers looking for evidence of high-energy particles coming from space. After many balloon flights, the researchers decided to check the noise which they used to ignore. They were confused because the signal of high-energy particles found was coming from the down, not from space. Since 2016, the time of observation, all sorts of explanations in known physics have been put forward to account for this perplexing signal, and all have been ruled out. The only explanation left is that this signal requires the existence of a topsy-turvy universe created in the same Big Bang as our own and existing in parallel with it. In this mirror world, positive is negative, left is right, and time runs backwards. A few weeks later, the internet was bound of stories about this subject, especially tabloids like New York Post, Express, and Daily Star mostly quoting each other and claiming that NASA scientists have evidence that could prove the existence of a parallel universe, even it was just a loudly thinking of the researchers about a possibility which they can't prove. After that, many sources negated this allegation like CNN, USA Today, Big Think, and Science Alert. On May 21, 2020, Forbes published an article titled "Has NASA Found a Parallel Universe, Where Time Flows Backwards? The Truth Behind the Headlines." They started the article with the statement, "The internet has done it again." Ibrahim Safa, who was a lead author on a research paper about the experiment in question in Antarctica, tweeted, "We looked at these Anita events and they can't be standard neutrinos. They were probably a result of our imperfect understanding of the Antarctic ice, but there's a chance some new physics phenomenon is responsible." Tabloids, parallel universe. And in another tweet he said, "NASA has discovered that you should not be getting your news from the New York Post." In an article in National Geographic magazine titled "What is the Multiverse, and is there any evidence it really exists?" they stated, "Even though certain features of the universe seem to require the existence of a multiverse, nothing has been directly observed that suggests it actually exists. So far, the evidence supporting the idea of a multiverse is purely theoretical, and in some cases, philosophical." The actual story will be discussed in this video to answer two questions. 1. What researchers are doing in Antarctica? 2. What are the confusing unresolved evidences? Before that, please subscribe to the channel and like and share the video. The concept of a parallel multiverse is a hypothesis in theoretical physics and cosmology that suggests the existence of multiple universes, each of which exists independently of one another but may interact with each other in some way. According to this hypothesis, each universe may have a different set of physical laws and constants, leading to different properties of matter, energy, and time. Some versions of the multiverse theory propose that these universes could exist in different dimensions or parallel realities, beyond the limits of our own observable universe. There are several different models of the multiverse, including the bubble universes model, the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, and the cosmic inflation theory, among others. In the bubble universes model, it is proposed that our universe is just one of many bubble-like universes that are continuously forming and expanding. The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics suggests that every possible outcome of a quantum event creates a new universe, resulting in an infinite number of parallel universes with different versions of reality. Cosmic inflation theory proposes that our universe underwent an extremely rapid expansion in the very early universe, leading to the creation of multiple universes with different physical properties. Antarctica is an ideal location for neutrino research because the ice provides a very clean and clear medium for detecting the particles. In addition, the extreme cold and isolation of the continent make it easier to shield the detectors from background radiation and other sources of interference. Neutrinos are uncharged atomic particles that have a mass nearly equal to that of the proton and are present in all known atomic nuclei except the hydrogen nucleus and can pass through matter almost undisturbed. In Antarctica, researchers have constructed several large-scale detectors to study neutrinos. One of the most significant is the IceCube Neutrino Observatory, which is the strangest telescope on Earth. When neutrinos pass through its 5,160 optical detectors buried in the ice, the detectors detect the signals produced when neutrinos interact with hydrogen or oxygen atoms in the ice. The observatory is a collaboration between scientists from around the world, and it has made several important discoveries, including the first detection of high-energy neutrinos from outside our galaxy. Another one is the Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna ANITA, the first NASA observatory for neutrinos, which is a stratospheric balloon-based experiment in Antarctica that has a radio antenna pointed back at Earth to detect radio waves emitted by high-energy neutrinos when it strike ice atoms. The scientists in Antarctica discovered radio pulses that indicated high-energy neutrinos coming upward out of the ground, which led to various explanations, including that the pulses were neutrinos that passed through the Earth's core and then came out of the ground. A fourth neutrino known as the sterile neutrino, which would be a completely new discovery. The result of dark matter. An unknown frontier of particle physics and astrophysics. The parallel universe theory comes from the absence of a good explanation. That's because a check on ANITA's results were carried out by the IceCube neutrino detector and nothing was found. A paper, published in the journal Annals of Glaciology, thinks that the pulses were reflections of strange ice formations. Specifically, unflipped reflections of ultra-high-energy cosmic rays that arrive from space, miss the top layer of ice, then enter the ground to strike deep, compacted snow. In short, it could be firn under the surface of the ice, which is compacted snow that's not quite dense enough to be ice. Classified as crystalline or granular snow, it's often found on the upper part of a glacier. While the idea of a parallel multiverse is currently purely theoretical and lacks direct empirical evidence, some scientists continue to explore this possibility to explain certain phenomena, such as the apparent fine-tuning of the physical constants in our universe. However, the concept of a parallel multiverse remains a topic of debate and speculation in the scientific community.